Okay, hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will be reading two Reddit posts, and both Reddit posts are going to be about AI. And the first one is going to talk about the bots, and the second one is talking about uh, the effects of AI, you know, and the consequences of building a AI infrastructure, which is basically shortage of other resources. So we will read these two Reddit posts and see what people are saying and what people are talking about it. So let's continue. Okay, so firstly, I want to say, guys, these Reddit posts I'm reading for the very first time. And yes, this letter I have read it before, but it was long back. So, I might get a little bit stuck. I might have to think a little bit. It is a natural human process that everyone has to do it to understand what is actually happening or what is actually written. So let's start with this Reddit post, or should we start with letter first? I think let's start with some positive note. But okay, let's just read this uh, post first. Okay, it's no issue. Let's just read the post first. So let me zoom in so that it is visible to all of you. The bots are trying really hard to push AI lately, aren't they? Okay, yeah, I think I have noticed this. Just notice the flood of posts about all the amazing stuff AI is doing lately within the 2 days. Actually, realize that it coincides with the beginning of the AI bubble and burst everyone is noticing right now. Well, I'm okay. So this is what the post is about, and this man is saying in the comment, well, I'm looking at an ad for OpenAI at this very thread. So yes, wow, oh my, it is not now. This person is complaining that he's not talking about ads. He's worried about bot campaign. I think it is not even the ads, but the bot campaign that seem to be going on in some subs. I've been getting a bunch of stuff in my feed from Tiffany. Okay, this is a Reddit username lately, and it seems like they are desperately trying to turn this issue into cultural war. The same kind of divide and conquer bullshit we seem to see everywhere these days. Well, yes, the techno bros needs to turn everything into culture war because they are hemorrhaging money. They are throwing every last thing at the wall in hopes something will stick to monetize AI. This is not too dissimilar that what happened before the dot-com bust. Many thousands of startups that produced nothing trying to create something to keep the good times going. We kept telling them it was bad investment and that we collectively didn't want AI. They didn't listen, and now they are making it our problem. You know, I have Firstly, I want to say that yes, I am personally also very annoyed in the way AI is getting into the products where I don't even want AI. For example, Word. I mean, why do I need an AI in word processor? And maybe I need it at some point, but I don't need it just in front of me, uh, you know, and so, but it is there. Copilot is another example. I bought the laptop last year and there is a Copilot key, which used to be a right click, but now it's a Copilot key. Of course, I can go in settings and change that, but again, why it has to be there? I don't even like Copilot on Windows. And Windows is pushing away some of the users also. So the way the AI is integrated in all these products, In one place where I've used a lot of AI is maybe creating a boilerplate code for myself. I think there I can use a AI to create a boilerplate for me, or to create some date functions, for example. For example, like find out the date, find out which date it is, find out which week it is when I gave date as an input, something like that, which is very common to do for that kind of a stuff. Yes, AI makes sense. But then I have to go and I have to, I have AI in word processor, I have AI on Windows, and somehow, like for Gemini on Android, I press some random button and it clicks the pictures and the AI gets triggered, somehow. And I don't want to share all this. I don't want to share all this. It is getting pushed down uh, to my throat. I don't want to, I don't want it. But they have decided that they will do it and they are doing it. And yes, I think this person has a point that bots are trying to portray it as a, sort of a culture war. And let's read more comments. I have been job hunting for months and it's all bots and AI slop. Every app I fill out seems like it's AI food these days. I I do not quite understand. Let's see what he's trying to say. Well, true on the other side too. All we get are AI resumes. Wow. So HR and I think the person who wants a job have met in this thread. They apply so many jobs. The candidates that make it to the interviews have no idea what they're supposed to be pretending to know about. Well, great man. A good chunk of them take it further and reach ChatGPT or whatever answer during the interview too. Because why not? Some of them are pretty good at it now. Stalling for 15 seconds while the answer comes in and then rewording it live. One thing in this type of a scenario, one thing that I do not understand, what if there is some glitch, and what if there is some, the internet is slow, or you lost the bandwidth for that moment. I mean, it will take longer answers. Nowadays I'm noticing that AI is giving me longer answers. I don't even need longer answers, but somehow they're giving longer answers. Maybe trying to pretend that, oh look, we know this much. But all this is, most of it is useless. I don't even want it. So anyways, let's read his comment. What a giant waste of time and energy for both sides. I agree. I agree with it. I don't know, however, that job is getting posted by AI agents. That might not be as much true as bots are applying for the jobs. But well, I have no data to prove this. It might be true. I don't know. Really. You just described Reddit in general. It's a marketing platform with countless paid actors pushing their agendas, products, services, etc. Stay vigilant and use your brain. I agree with this, and to some extent, but I really do not understand one point, that how would a normal person who is coming in the Reddit for the very first time would identify that this is bot. It's not easy to identify. When you are first time coming on Reddit, you are maybe 16 years old, you have never encountered bot, and suddenly, these many bots are trying to sell you something. And by sell, they might not asking for your money, but they are asking for your mind, some space in your mind that they take, and that has some cost in itself, right? So yeah, I mean, this is truly true. So let's move forward. I don't want to read Epstein. Okay. I'm not even kidding. We need a brand new internet. This situation has run its course. Oh my god, this person is wild. I mean, maybe yes. And Anthropic and OpenAI just released their latest models. Naturally, that generates attention. This, it isn't some grand conspiracy or robot uprising that people are excited when new, better models are dropped. People think I am a bot because I don't automatically hate AI. Well, yeah, could be. The problem I have is that there is a number of very vocal people who think that if any amount of AI used at all, then everything is tainted. I saw an article on another sub yesterday that was pretty good and well researched, but one of the picture they used was AI, so all the comments were just saying how the article was automatically trash. Okay, let's reread this, what this person is saying. Okay, let's reread this and try to understand, is does this make sense? The problem I have is that there is a number of very vocal people who think that if any amount of AI was used at all, then everything is tainted. I saw an article on another sub yesterday that was pretty good and well researched, but one of the picture reviews was AI, so all the comments were just saying how the article was automatically trash. My view on that is very simple. If you are writing a well researched article, why are you using the image generated by AI? Why are you even giving a chance for people to criticize you? If you are so good, if you have done your research, if you are so good at it, if you have numbers, you have data, you have written it on your own, you have thought about it, you have a useful thoughts, you have put down an article, so why to use a AI and then expect people to not comment on it? I don't get it. Maybe, I mean, there is a good chance the article was actually trash because there is no link of the article, there is nothing this person is telling exactly what the article is. But if it is well researched and the article is well written by a real researcher, then why to put AI picture? There are many good pictures available which are not AI. They are by good painters like Van Gogh, for example. You can use any picture you want, and you can give reference. Like, okay, I have used the picture by this artist or something like that. And but I mean, why? It just gives the hint that maybe the whole article is written by AI, and which might as well be true actually. People think I'm a bot because I've used M dashes. You don't have to automatically hate AI. You can use it and read on it. Okay. Maybe now I think all these, there is definitely more noise right now, but that usually happens whenever hype meets pushback. Cycles like this tend to shake out the fluff while the useful stuff quietly keeps improving. This is a very good insight. Useful stuff quietly keeps improving, and we have to keep an eye on that. And whatever you do, like whether you are a writer or whether you are a coder, you have to understand that some of the things are getting improved, and you have to see the extent, and you have to really judge by experimenting with it rather than reading an article. Because you have to experiment. If you are a writer, you have to experiment and figure out, okay, how good the AI is. The problem with that is that AI, I will discuss it some other day. Let's just stick to topic for now. Just like there is money inflating the bubble, there is always money pushing for the bubble to burst. I figure half are boss and the other half are Wall Street desperation. Well, Wall Street is okay, maybe. The thing is, we don't have data for this. But Reddit owner and Reddit data engineers or the Reddit, shareholders might have the exact data that we do not have. Or maybe it is available and I'm too lazy to find out. If you think if the data is available, please comment and tell me that it is available. Considering the sub we are in, nothing else is to be expected. Okay, I think this is good enough. I think this is good enough. I think we have got a good enough insight about what this person is trying to say and what this person is trying to make the point. I think we understood it. Let's move on and do something else. Read something else. Okay, let's read letter number 2. Oh, sorry, not letter, it is Reddit post number 2. So let's read it. So this is about, and this guy or girl is raising a good point. The AI boom is so huge, it's causing shortages everywhere else. And I think I agree with it. And I think these are just facts. I mean, let's we can sorry, I mean, I don't think these are just facts. Some of it is opinionated. We don't have all the data to figure out the facts, but we all have experienced this recently. So I think we must have. So let's see. The AI boom is used, it's causing shortage everywhere else. So this is a submission statement by the original poster. Electricians are getting harder to find, and some construction projects are on hold. Smartphones are expected to get pricier for potentially years to come, and promising innovations are being starved of investment funding. Those are just some of the domino effects from the technology industry. Incitable, incitable, or let's see, I don't know how to pronounce this. Insatiable spending on artificial intelligence, which is diverting resources and attention from other sectors of the economy. Five leading public AI companies are collectively on track to spend about 700 billion this year on big ticket projects. As they splurge on building and outfitting data centers and stuffed with powerful computer chips to turbocharge AI calculations. That outlay by Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Oracle will nearly double what they spent in 2025 and be equal to three quarters of the recent annual budgets for the US military. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Okay, so Firstly, I want to say this. When AI was initially coming, people promised that this can cure cancer. How much of this 700 billion is going towards curing cancer? I am curious to know. We are creating data center, great. So out of this 700 billion dollars, how much of it is going towards curing cancer? Or most of the money, is it going towards, I mean, creating bots or social media for bots? I mean, is this like right use of AI? Or most of this money is actually going towards code editors, which are using LLM models like Cursor and uh, other code editors like Gemini Code, Copilot, that kind of a thing. So is that going to cure cancer? I don't think so. I mean, do you think that that can cure cancer? That cannot even define class with three complicated functions, and you know where we don't even need class in the first place. The coders will understand what I'm talking about. That will cure cancer somehow. I mean, they promise curing cancer and then they give something, bits and pieces. I don't think so that LLM models can help curing. uh you know I don't think that LLM models can help in the research. It can help for an individual to search the internet, as a replacement of Google search. It synthesizes the information very well. It gives the very good conclusion sometimes of what is available on the internet. But AI doesn't have a judgment. AI doesn't have a, you know, taste. AI doesn't choose one thing over the another, you know. So that's the thing, right? I mean, so that AI can't do. And how much of this money is going into the real problems that we as humans are facing? And I don't know. I think not much of it. So let's see what this guy is saying. The American economy has effectively put all its eggs in one basket. That's not concerning or anything. Nope. Especially considering most immigrant is poor. I don't think so that this is true. I think other stuff is going on, other existing stuff is going on. Uh, I you know I don't think this is true, but anyways, the AI boom hype. But yes, the new money is going towards AI. It is not going towards the things that it should go, or think the things that were initially were promised. For example, like, you can't uh anyways, let's move forward. And so much of that AI power seemed to be wasted on churning out AI slop and dumb fake videos for social media. I wish they could somehow block that. He's absolutely bang on. He's absolutely bang on. I agree with this. Everybody, I mean, on scrolling Instagram these days is painful. It's annoying, but more than that, it is mentally painful for me to even use Instagram. It is so much AI that I feel like, first of all, there was an issue of fake news. Anyone can come and anyone can post about anything at all, and we don't know the identity of the person. We are getting a news from that person. We don't know the identity. This issue is there. And on top of it, now they can post it with good pictures. They can post it with great videos that look like real. And somewhere I was reading that it used to be, we used to get our news from trusted sources. So it is used to be like, believe it and then check later. That was acceptable. But now we have to check first and then believe. Now this is the new norm. So this has become the new rule. You have to check first and then you have to believe. So is it a good place? Is this round this is it a good place to be in as a society? I don't think so. And AI is actually affecting us in bad ways, and a lot of energy is going into generate these videos. And I mean, imagine these many data centers, and they are used to generate these kind of videos. Lot of it, actually. And this is a commercial use of AI. When a researcher does any research, he does the research, or she works hard on a research, but that is not a commercial use. That doesn't require too much resources. Maybe a one server in a hospital or in a research facility would do uh, can maybe do all this. One good data center near it can help them with their research. They don't require $700 billion of data centers to not only data centers. Of course, there were in this $700 billion other things might be included. I don't know the entire details, but I think you all got my point. So let's read this, the reply of this comment. It's the most profitable application they have found for it. Yes, that's true. Getting kids to watch ad is the best use case they have. Off the record is also great for radicalizing people, but that's a hush hush secret. I won't say it's worth the trillions of dollars invested. I agree, but at the same time, what I do not understand is how these billionaires or trillionaires are not getting this point. Do they know something that we are not able to understand? I don't know, but till now, it's not been a good ride. Let's move forward. I don't have the number to have, but I much doubt they are making more money on that stuff than Anthropic is making on cloud code. They are actually making maybe more money in this stuff, because what happens is people are using AI to post, and then advertisers come and then they give money to these companies to show ad to the people who are consuming this content. So advertising is a very big money. I don't know how many tokens I burned through, and I absolutely do not care because I have cranked out feature that I thought would take days or weeks in an afternoon. Okay, let's see what is the reply of this. It would be interesting to know how much you pay for the code Cloudy has generated and how much it costs Anthropic to generate it. I suppose it's a net gain for Anthropic, but the whole issue IMO is that if gain makes them earn enough money. About coding space, generating the first iteration of the code for the first demo, it's usually easy. Then later on, when you get bugs, you have to improve the code, you have to maintain the code, you have to deal with AI writing the code all over again from scratch for some reason. And if you just use AI, how would you correct all those things? You have to be good coder. But in any case, yes, the boilerplate code, or even the code where you have to show some demo of the product to your CTO or to your CEO, I think this can work. And yes, initially some companies don't have a lot of users, so they can deploy that code on prod at their own risk. And they might be able to do that. If some people are just starting out, it might be possible that they just do it. But would that service be any profitable, or would that service would be any good? I doubt that. If you have not put real thought, if you have not put real thought in what you are making and how are you making, and you just think that you can press a button and something will come out which will make you a billionaire, bro, that button everybody has it. It's not just you. Then if anyone can make a software, then software lose its meaning. you know I don't think so that everyone can design the operating system or build the operating system. Imagine a world where you can give a prompt and ChatGPT produces the operating system for you. Can it does that? Can it do this? I don't think it can do that. But imagine for a time minute that it does. and it is completely original operating system. It is not based on the existing code. It is completely original. It is not based on Linux. It doesn't look like Windows. It is completely new and original by prompt. Then why I can't do it? Then why the another person can't do it? So would anyone pay for an operating system? No. It's over, right? There is no business for operating system. There is no business of operating system anymore, and it applies to every software. So software as a business will be dead if that's the case, you know. And hopefully that's not the case till now. And I know this person is not making the point that I'm making in an imagination and hypothetical world, but I'm just trying to take you guys there because that's what they are ultimately promising, that there will be AGI which can do anything. So why not it can generate an operating system? Why not it can generate a code and then also give you a ISO file where then we can then you can go ahead and install it, right? Why not? Let's see. Okay, this is same as we have read above. 700 billions which could have been spent on renewables and CO2 capturing facilities. Well, I don't even think we need 700 billions for that type of a thing to start, you know. On a positive note, this is driving infrastructure capacity projects we would have otherwise not seen. Renewables and nuclear are what most have their eyes set on the scale for the additional power needs. Okay, so this person is trying to make a positive point that since AI need a more energy, we are trying to figure out the new ways to generate the energy and where nuclear comes into the picture. However, I have the very, normal question that would it increase the cost of electricity for me, or will it reduce the cost of electricity for me? I think it would not decrease the cost of energy for me. I think this is a very long term thing, first of all. In short run, we can all see the effects of AI, the negative effects of AI because of its power needs. Now, later on, what happens? Have you seen like prices go up and then later on they never come down at the level they were before? Haven't you noticed that? I mean, this is how it has been happening throughout the history in each and every country, I guess. Excuse me. CO2 capture is unfortunately a fake technology, and that money could be better spent on rewilding and looking after the ocean and stuff like that. But of course, the AI stuff only makes the climate problems much worse. We can hope it fails miserably so that the future generations have a planet to live on. Wait, well, that's okay. I think we have got the crust of this article. Sorry, this read. Okay, guys, and all the people that are watching me. So today we have read two Reddit posts on AI, and basically we are trying to understand the impact of AI by reading all these posts. So please support this channel, like and subscribe, and increase my motivation so that I can read more such posts and give my opinion on it, and you guys can also come comment and maybe correct and sometimes give more information on top of it so that we can learn together. So please consider it subscribing. Thank you.